Hello, I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition, 2 ribbon-cutting ceremonies for Elgin Parks highlight the month of June, and Parks and Recreation Department Director Randy Riopel has big plans for July. Have you seen these around town near the bike path on the Fox River, and on Walton Island, and at Hawthorne Hill Nature Center? We'll tell you what they're all about. This is the new manager for the Downtown Neighborhood Association's Harvest Market. We'll talk with him and find out what's happening at the Harvest Market for the summer of 2015. Mayor David Kaptain's segment includes Police Chief Jeff Swoboda with talk about the upcoming National Night Out in August and about 2 national reports that say Elgin is both one of the safest and most diverse cities in America. A good number of volunteers were present for a Clean Up the Fox River event on Saturday, June 20th. It was put on by the Elgin Police Department and the Friends of the Fox. We will tell you about the great free summer concert slated for Wing Park Band Shell this month of July and about the free movies in Festival Park in July and August. We'll have these stories and more on this edition of Elgin Today. The first story involves 2 ribbon-cutting ceremonies for Elgin Parks and Recreation that took place in June. Before we see more of that, let's check in at the center of Elgin with Mr. Randy Riopel, the director of Elgin Parks and Recreation Department, and he has something special for us this month.
July is National Park and Recreation Month, and here in Elgin we plan to celebrate it by promoting our parks to our residents. The city has 74 parks. 45 of them have playgrounds. We want to encourage our residents to go out and visit. We're going to do that by having members of our Park and Recreation Advisory Board write blogs and social media postings about what their favorite park is, where it's located, and why it's their favorite park. And those are going to be posted periodically through the month of July, and then we're going to ask our residents to visit those parks and repost their visits to them and tell us about what they liked about those parks. We hope by getting the buzz going about the parks during the month of July, more of our residents will get out and discover those parks and also discover the benefits associated with visiting our many beautiful parks in Elgin. Those postings will be on the City of Elgin social media, Facebook and Twitter accounts. So people can sign up for those at the cityofelgin.org website.
The first ribbon cutting in June was at 261 Douglas Avenue, a block north of Kimball Street, in really what was a rededication for a park that is now 32 years old. The park now has new playground equipment and is a great place for neighbors to meet each other. The second ribbon cutting was for a brand new park, Trillium Park, at 319 Illinois Avenue, a great neighborhood park with a story behind it.
About 3 years ago, the mayor and I had a short conversation about the safety of our students walking from school to the creek, which is about 2 blocks away. And we would always have to use Laurel Street, especially during our creek cleanups. And it's not a huge safety factor, but especially with traffic and a lot of neighbors around going back and forth, and there's a trucking company down there, we just knew we needed a safer place. So this short little conversation evolved into, well, Holly, there's some land up on Illinois that's going to become part of the city property, and let's continue to talk about this so that we can hopefully in the next couple years have a very safe and appropriate place for your students to be and to go to the creek.
And here's what Elgin Mayor David Kaptain told us after the ribbon cutting.
It was a volunteer, community-driven effort between United Way, Neighborhood Housing Services, Ellis Middle School and School District U46, the City of Elgin, and we put this fine park in. It's a different type. It's a passive park. It's just a natural area where people can walk and get away from the urban city and walk in the woods for a little bit, and really turned out to be a great event. This is the first park in this neighborhood that was not on school district property, so the city created a park out of nothing back here with the help of the residents.
Now, Trillium Park is named after a 3-petaled flower native to Illinois. Unfortunately for us on this day, its season was already over, but Trillium Park itself certainly looked like it was in full bloom. This unique recycling bin started appearing near the Fox River and the bike path and really all over Elgin in June. This location is near the Kimball Street Dam and the parking lot of the old Gail Borden Library. Exactly what are they for? Let's go down the river along the bike path and see one being installed on June 11th to get more information.
My name is Matthew Soselski. I'm an animal control warden with the Elgin Police Department. Today we're along the bike path just south of National Street, and we're installing one of the monofilament fishing line recycling stations, which is a new program that the Elgin Police Animal Control Units come up with. We're going to be placing 12 of these stations up and down the Fox River and at Hawthorne Hills Nature Center to help remind people to properly dispose of their fishing line and give them a place to do that. Actually, it was an idea that was spawned from the animal control unit in the fall. We've been getting multiple calls of wild animals tangled up in fishing line, and we tried to figure out a way to help prevent that from occurring. We actually partnered with Captain Scroggins from the Department of Natural Resources, the Conservation Police. He's agreed to assist us with the program. Then we got donations from Columbia Pipe and Supply, who's on our sign back here. They donate all the PVC. We got donations from All American Auto Body, who ended up painting the units for us. We got the Elgin Police Explorers to help assemble the units. So it was a great group effort from a lot of different agencies to help make it happen, and we're really excited about the program. Yeah, it's real simple. It just gives them a good place to dispose of the line. Just put your fishing line in here, and then we empty it out the bottom. And once the fishing line is collected out of the units, then they'll be sent out to a fishing line recyclery in Iowa, and they will actually recycle the fishing lines to different plastic products like tackle boxes and habitats for fish and things of that nature. So something that not only remind people to properly dispose of the fishing line, it gives them a good place to do that, and then it helps the environment too by recycling the materials.
Elgin's summer days are always sweeter when the Downtown Neighborhood Association's Harvest Market is in full bloom. The market is located at the old Gale Borden Library site on Kimball, across the street from the new library. And this time we talk with the Harvest Market's new manager to find out how things are going.
Well, this year is going really well. We've got a few weeks under our belt. The rest of the summer is looking fantastic. Every week we've got about 25 different vendors here. Some new things for this summer that we're very happy about. We have several food trucks who are coming out. We have a chef on site every week. So you've got some excellent lunch options, as well as the usual produce, the flowers, the cheese, the meats, everything that you expect at a harvest market.
And Jamie, you're every Thursday, aren't you?
Every Thursday from 9 till 2 until the first week in October.
This has really caught on. It must be exciting for you to see all this.
It's fantastic. I just came on this spring. I was working hard, and all of a sudden there was a market here, and it's just fun to be here every week.
You grew up in Elgin, but you moved away for a while.
I did. I was here for my childhood, went to Larkin High School, moved away for college, stayed away for a long time, but something about Elgin pulled me back.
That's great. We're talking about July. Anything special for July?
Well, every week at the market we've got live entertainment, someone new every week. Every week we have a kids program from noon till 2 o'clock, and that's run by Side Street Studio Arts. And come on down. For those of you who can't come to the market during the daytime, every third Thursday of each month, we have what we call HM in the PM, Harvest Market in the PM. And that happens from 4 until 7 in the evening in the pavilion of the Grand Victoria Casino.
This segment with Mayor David Kaptain. We're in the great out of doors in Elgin, Mayor.
Yeah, we are. We're in front of City Hall, right across from the Elgin Police Station. With us today is Chief Jeff Swoboda. We're going to talk about some of the events that we're going to be working on in the very near future to make Elgin a better place. First one is the National Night Out going to take place on August 4th this year.
That first Tuesday in August, always a great event. And we have Chief, we welcome you.
Well, thanks for having me.
We're great to have you aboard. Mayor, it's great for all the council members, everyone, city officials, and the police to get together and with community on that night.
Absolutely. It's a very full evening for everybody. Keep you hopping. You go from picnic to picnic, and you learn a few things. You learn not to eat something at every picnic. By the time you get done, you get pretty full. But really, it's a great opportunity to get out with the community, talk about issues. They talk to police department, and I think it's really an extension of our community policing efforts, and it's really helped out in the community in the city of Elgin to get our police officers out and talk to people in their own environment.
Oh, sure, no question about it. Last year we saw Heather Farrell, one of your rope officers. She played host, and you always have that every year. It is an exciting time in the streets of Elgin.
It is. It's one of my favorite days to be a part of the Elgin Police Department. It's all of us, including mayor, council. State's Attorney Joe McMahon shows up, but we just go out and it's the community's day. The police department's just lucky enough to go and visit with many of them and have, like the mayor said, have some nice eats, some great conversation, and hopefully it stays dry and it's usually a good time.
We have 30 to 40 plus block parties, don't we?
Yeah, every year the community just comes out, has multiple block parties. We make it a point to make sure we get to every single one of them, and it just says a lot about the Elgin community that people want to get involved, want to get to know their neighbors. They take part in this. We've won many awards in the past for this program, so it's a very fun day.
No question about it. And Mayor, the community members come right to you, don't they?
Absolutely, yes, and that's typically, and it's all sizes. Some are 5 and 10 people. Others I've been to 40 and 50. So it all depends on the neighborhood. A lot depends on the evening and the time of the evening when we come out. Fire department's also there. We have usually McGruff and the Hamburglar and things like that for the kids, and so there's a little bit of something for everybody.
I thought you were McGruff for a few years, but then I saw you weren't. It's a great character there.
Yeah, and then I lost a little weight, maybe. Right?
Well.
But yeah, McDonald's is one of our sponsors. They come out, they're out with us, and then, yeah, we have McGruff with us. We have actually one of our local hot dog vendors also sends out theirs, and so it's a lot of fun. The kids love seeing it. As the mayor said, they're all different sizes of parties, and it's just a great night.
Tuesday, August 4th, and it's 6 to 8 on that night, is it not?
Yeah.
2-hour window.
Yeah, 2-hour window.
Perfect, Mayor.
Yep, and Jeff, this kind of leads us, the two Jeffs, this kind of leads us into another topic that I'm really proud of, and the city of Elgin was declared to be the 31st safest city in the United States for a community over 100,000 people. And I think certainly a part of it is the efforts in community policing. I don't want to downplay the arrest, because certainly when people get arrested in your community, it sends a message out. If you commit a crime here, we're going to catch you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very, very proud of this city and the work that goes into this. And it's been decades, a long time. It's not something that we just turn a switch on and it happens. It takes a lot of effort from a lot of different people. And the Neighbors Night Out is just part of it. It's the community policing and the ROPE program and the crime-free housing. It really all ties together, and the great work by our police department when there is a crime.
No question, Chief. Congratulations on that. In the modern day, that's a great honor for the city of Elgin to get that high safety rating.
Oh, it sure is. And the police department's obviously the one that people think of when we talk about safest cities. But we wouldn't be able to do what we do, as the mayor said, without the support of the community. And so them getting involved, the community being with us on things like National Night Out, or attending our many community conversations that we're having, or neighborhood meetings, and just being unaccepting of crime in their neighborhood. And when something happens, they contact us, they work with us to solve the problem. And so, as the mayor said, arrests are a big part of it. People who are committing crime need to be held accountable for it. But even more so is, being on the proactive side. And we do a lot of times working with kids, making sure they stay out of gangs and away from drugs, and just letting people see that the police really are positive role models in the community. And so all of that ties together, and it's been decades in the making. And so I know we still have a lot of work to do, but I think we're on the right path, and we're doing a lot of great things in Elgin.
You have a lot of good community thoughts. Coffee with a Cop is fun as well.
Oh, from Coffee with a Cop to, again, to community conversations, to the neighborhood meetings, to a Friday show, to being on your show routinely. It's really just about making sure every single resident in Elgin feels connected with their police department and realize that they play a part in making Elgin even safer.
Not only with safety, we had another great salute, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We were tied with Joliet for the 27th most diverse community in the United States. Again, for a community over 100,000 people. Right. And I think there's a tie in here, because for years, people thought, well, you have a diverse community, you're going to have a high crime rate. That's obviously not the case in Elgin. We have a diverse community and we have a low crime rate. In fact, Elgin is the only community in Illinois that made the top 100 in both categories. So it really is a reflection on the community. It ties into some of the work that, again, back to the police department, we're working with our consultant from SNAP, Phil Reed, talking about diversity and how do police officers deal with a diverse community. And Chief Swoboda and I have been having meetings for the past 8 or 9 months with members of the community, a community conversation we're calling it, to talk about the interaction of police departments with diverse community. And this kind of spawned out of the incident in Ferguson, Missouri. And I think part of what our success is being proactive. We're not going to sit around and wait for something to happen. We saw a problem and we thought we would meet it head on.
No question about that. And Chief, you're a great communicator in office, so that lends itself for it as well.
Well, I appreciate it. I think you can't be successful as a police officer unless you're able to communicate. And again, I think many years ago, policing was all about, listen, just leave us alone. We're going to deal with the criminals, and we'll take care of it. And we realize that doesn't work. And so it's a team effort between, all the way from the mayor and council, the city manager, to every single member of the community. So it just made perfect sense for us to say, you know what, let's get involved. Let's have every conversation. And people have the right to ask tough questions of police officers. And so we welcome those tough questions because I'm proud of the officers we hire, and I'm proud of the way they carry out their duties. And so I'll answer any question about how the Elgin Police Department conducts our business because we do a great job with it.
Great. How many members on your force?
There's 180 sworn members and about 280 total members.
That's great, Mayor.
And it's, and they have volunteers. They have a great youth program with the Explorers, and they have the CERT teams that go out and help as well. All members of the community doing this on a volunteer basis. And I think, Jeff, all of these things that are happening in Elgin and in our community are tying together. Elgin was also voted one of the top cities in the United States. I believe it was third or fourth. Most desirable city for a young family to live in, and I think that says a lot. It talks about the whole package. Then it talks about safety, talks about diversity, it talks about the activities and quality of life issues for people. It's working on education. And so people that have young families, want to raise their family, this is a great place to do it.
That is great honor, isn't it?
Oh, it is, and like I said, it's just there's so many positive things in Elgin that are going on. From the police side, I see it from one aspect, but then just the many community events that I go to. It's just so many people are involved. Now the mayor and I were both at an event last night for feeding Greater Elgin, and just talked about just how caring this community is to make sure we take care of our own, but always recognize that it's a big city. We're going to have our issues from time to time, but we admit them, we address them, and we move forward.
And aren't you the youngest chief for a city over 100,000 in the entire country?
Am I? Are you breaking news?
Yeah, I know you're Mayor.
I don't know. Is he?
You're 29, aren't you? Yes. Well, it's wonderful. Congratulations on all that great work, Chief.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
And Mayor, that's a very proud moment, as we said, for the city.
Absolutely, and I think that, again, it's the work of decades, and many, many people and many, many city councils are really starting to bear fruit for this community, starting to get recognition, and recognition not only in the state of Illinois, but in nationwide. So I think that's exciting for everybody, and everybody's just doing a great job, and we'll continue. Well, I like to build on the strengths, and that's what we'll keep doing.
Right. Certainly in the short past, when you were hired in 1992, certainly the good times begin to start in that time sequence.
Yeah, the early 90s, and really a lot of it starting with Chief Gruber and setting that whole community policing model. Absolutely, and just building on those strengths from a couple decades now.
Chief Jeff Swoboda, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Mayor, as always, you're a charm.
Thank you, Jeff, and we'll see you next month.
We're outside just across the way with City Hall in front of us and the police facility behind us. That's Chief Swoboda and the Mayor. We'll catch you next time. We are at the south end of Walton Island, where a group of volunteers led by members of the Elgin Police Department and Friends of the Fox River are on a cleanup mission that took place on Saturday, June 20th.
My name is Rick DeMere. I'm with the Elgin Police Department. Been a police officer now for 21 years, the last 15 here in Elgin. One of my primary functions is the patrol division. And with the patrol division, I patrol the downtown area on a regular basis. And one of the things that I feel is important is the bike path area. I think that it's something that's very important to get visitors as well as the citizens to enjoy a day for a bike or a walk down the bike path. And when they're going down the bike path for that walk or that run or that biking, I want them to see that the river is beautiful. I don't want to see garbage. I don't think it's not a positive image that we would like to portray. So in order to make it a much more positive experience, we put together this program with Friends of the Fox River, decided we'd do a river cleanup. So we have approximately 20 to 30 volunteers today that are going to concentrate on picking up the garbage on the river from Walton Island south to the Route 20 bridge. It's obviously a great positive image for the city of Elgin, as well as the Elgin Police Department, Friends of Fox River working together to make a difference with the environment.
Hi, I'm Gary Swick. I'm currently the president of Friends of the Fox River, and we're celebrating our 25th anniversary of connecting people to the river. We're here today for a river rescue. People are picking up trash that could degrade the river and people's experience. And we're hoping that they're going to go home with great memories of how they participated and not any poison ivy.
Tuesday, June 16th at the Wing Park Bandshell on Elgin's west side, it was the first free concert in the park for 2015, as the Hat Guys tipped their hats to an enjoying crowd. All in attendance seem to be able to pick up the beat and enjoy the show. Now in July, there'll be 4 free concerts all Tuesdays at 7 o'clock at the Wing Park Band Shell. On Tuesday, July 7th, the Diamond Trio Band. Tuesday, July 14th, Mason Rivers. On Tuesday, July 21st, it'll be Harmony, the Barbershoppers. And on Tuesday, July 28th, Spoken For. Again, all in the enjoyable and fun place that we call the Wing Park Band Shell. Free concerts Tuesdays in July. And there's free movies at Festival Park Thursdays in July and Tuesdays in August at 7 p.m. On Thursday, July 16th, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Thursday, July 23rd, Big Hero 6. Thursday, July 30th, it's Frozen. Tuesday, August 4th, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? And Tuesday, August 11th, Monsters University. Free movies at Festival Park Thursdays in July and Tuesdays in August starting at 7 p.m. Summertime means plenty of activities for Elgin's 2 outdoor pools, as well as the indoor adventure island at the center of Elgin. Let's now check in with the man in the know, pool-wise, at the center.
Actually added a Elgin Swim Institute, where we're expanding the times and kind of upgrading the offering quite a bit, adding some value to the customer. So we're really excited about the results there and kind of what we're getting out of the swimmers. So it's really exciting to see the results that we've gotten so far.
That's great. Always active right here. You've had the reopening of Wing.
We did. 2014 we were closed. We closed right early August in 2013 unexpectedly due to some pump issues, and then we remained closed through 2014. So we opened up for the 2015 season on May 30th. We're excited to have that offering. I know the west side of town felt a little neglected last year with no pool there, but we're excited with the changes that we have, and the changes that were made were an investment for the facility for years to come, and hopefully people will understand that, and it's a great facility now.
Yeah, I'll just be happy to be swimming again.
It is, and it's sustainable. That's what we wanted. We didn't want to have to shut down early or have to stay closed for an entire season, so it's exciting that it's an actual sustainable facility now.
Anything new at Lord's Park?
No, we went back to our 2013 hours, and Lord's Park is chugging along. And after we research the season at the end of each year, and we think that we've kind of honed it in, and it's where it needs to be.
Go to www.cityofelgin.org, link to Parks and Rec, and also to pools for more information about Elgin's outdoor pools and about Adventure Island. Perhaps the worst weather day for May 30th ever, or at least in a long time, was the venue for an event called Bikes and Bites on the Riverside Drive and the Promenade and the Bike Path. The event put on by the Elgin Area Convention and Visitors Bureau and with great sponsors including the Grand Victoria Casino. Despite the cold and wet day, a hearty group showed up for this event. Then 5 days later, with beautiful weather on the Promenade, we talked with the marketing director for the Visitors and Convention Bureau and recapped May 30th.
It was a beautiful day. We had a lot of people out here. The rain did not stop anyone. We had food trucks, we had farmers market. Everyone was so happy.
Remind us about how this day came about.
This day came about because as we're standing on the bike trail right now, we wanted to get people off of the bike trail and into the downtown. So this was a great way to kind of introduce people from outside of the area to the area.
Whereas they didn't bring out a lot of bicycles, they did bring out a crowd with umbrella, didn't it?
Yes, we had a lot of people out here with umbrellas. We had a couple people that braved the rain with their bicycles, but mainly just walking around.
So you were quite pleased with the event, even though the weather did not cooperate at all.
Oh, we were pleased. All the vendors were pleased, and we cannot wait to bring it back next year bigger.
You had what we call street performers. Tell me about how that idea and concept comes about.
Well, it's something new the city's getting into is buskers, and it's really being led by Councilwoman Carol Rauschenberger, and it is just phenomenal. It's everything from the Stomp Group from Boys and Girls Club to Dave Newton, who played the guitar and sang us some music. We had hula hoop girls. It's just a little bit of everything out here, and it's just people coming out to perform.
You'll do this again next year, but not anymore this year?
We have an idea for a food truck event, but it will not be the same. Next year, we're going to expand this, and we're actually going to turn it into a food truck trail. So we'll have other communities involved in it. So it'll just get bigger and bigger every year.
Everybody's enjoying the promenade.
Exactly. Well, that's why we wanted to do an event focused around the bike trail, because this is the bike trail, the Fox River Bike Trail that runs 40 miles, and it connects a whole bunch of communities. So we wanted to get some of those people off the trail and into the downtown.
And the council member who helped bring out the street performers told us this from underneath the protection of a friendly vendor's tent.
I am especially excited about the buskers we have downtown today. For those who don't know, a busker is an artist or a street performer that comes and just performs for the public's, entertainment. You can throw in a quarter or $1 or $5, and that brings a lot of life to our streets in Elgin. July 4th, I think First Fridays, we're inviting them back, and buskers can just come anytime, anywhere. It's one of those urban things where people just are street entertainers. So we're hoping to make it more of a thing in Elgin. And this was our first time to have them out and about.
Next, a quick trip to the Hawthorne Hill Nature Center, where the Fish for Fun Fishing Derby for kids 15 and under took place on Saturday, June 6th. 76 registered kids fished, which meant more than 150 folks were in attendance. 158 fish were caught and released, including a big bluegill. The Isaac Walton League and also the City of Elgin helped put this event on, and we talked with a proud papa while he watched his son fish.
Hi, Glenn Holland. We're here at 2015 Fishing Derby with my son Maxwell and Susan and Sophie. We're having a great day and a wonderful day to fish, and it's a big turnout at the Fishing Derby. Maxwell's a very good fisherman. He fishes a lot with his aunt, and he really enjoys fishing.
And a reminder to all, the 10th anniversary celebration for the Hawthorne Hill Nature Center will take place on Sunday, July 12th from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. You can bring the whole family for this great event. And a reminder, the 7th annual Art and Soul on the Fox event will take place the first weekend in August. Saturday, August 1st from 11 to 6 and Sunday, August 2nd from 11 to 5 in downtown Elgin. It all takes place at South Grove Avenue and South Spring Street, are turned into a mecca of art and entertainment. Art and Soul of the Fox has become a fine art fair featuring 70-plus artists in the downtown area. Now, complementing the fine art fair, both musical entertainment and children's activities make Art and Soul of the Fox an event that will be enjoyable for all ages. So that takes place the first weekend in August. For more information, you can go to www.elginartandsoul.com or go to the city's website. Art and Soul on the Fox is put on by Art for All in conjunction with the City of Elgin. We'll see you on Saturday and Sunday, August 1st and 2nd. Our final story for this month involves rugby, as we recently went to a practice for the Elgin team at the Abbott School Field, as high school age and middle school age rugby players will be involved in a big Rugby Illinois State Championship on July 11th and 12th that will come to our city. It's a big event, as we find out more details on how it all came about.
After having attended multiple state championships up in Lake Forest, down in St. Charles, Rockford, we wanted to do something here in Elgin. Rugby is one of the fastest growing sports in the city here, and we felt that we needed to try to bring some sort of championship to the city to try to continue to build on the growth of the rugby that's going on here in Elgin. So we made our application through Rugby Illinois, the state high school governing body, and they accepted our proposal. Illinois State High School Rugby Sevens Championship and also middle school championships to be held out at Kimball Middle School on July 11th, 2015, and we also have a Rugby Skills Challenge that'll be held downtown at the Old Gail Borden on Friday night, the night before, on July 10th, 2015. That'll start at 6 o'clock. On July 11th, at 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll be doing the draw for the different high schools that are going to be coming from all over the state, and then we'll start pool play or bracket play probably at about 9 o'clock in the morning, and each game will be about 20 minutes long, 7 minutes a half with 7 players aside, so it's pretty much an all-out sprint. There'll be a series of at least 3 games in each bracket. Then somewhere around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll be switching gears into what they call the championship brackets, where the state will play for state titles for the Cup, Bowl, Plate, and Shield titles.
You can learn more about the information you saw here in Elgin today or about city services, programs, and events by going to the Elgin website at www.cityofelgin.org. And now the City of Elgin has a 311 contact center. Elgin 311. Call, click, connect by calling 311, the city's information and request resource. For everyone here at Elgin Today, I'm Jeff Myers. We'll see you next time.